And greetings YouTube gamers, welcome to another episode of Retro Raider. My name is Johnny Retro and welcome to the channel. So this video is going to be about the RetroN 77. If you guys don't know, the RetroN 77 is an upcoming console by Hyperkin, the company that created the RetroN 5. And it is pretty much the same concept as the RetroN 5, but aiming towards the Atari 2600. So what this system will allow you to do is to play your original 2600 cards and output it in HDMI so you guys can play these on a modern television. And here is why I think that this is a system that it needs to come out. So we do have a lot of clone consoles that already do this, but in other systems. There's a ton of stuff out there, for the NES, for the Super Nintendo, Famicom, Sega Genesis, Mega Drive, but there is not a single system like this right now for the Atari 2600. And when we think about retro gaming, a lot of people focusing on NES, Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis, because those systems are very hot right now. But truth is that there's an entire generation before that, and the Atari 2600 was king. It was the thing to play in the late 70s. Now for me, I didn't grow up with the 2600. I was not even born. The system came out 11 years before I was even born. But personally, I fell in love with the system when I first played it. And now after a couple of years, I have a humble collection for the Atari 2600, and I really enjoy to play the games. So now to be able to play these games on a modern system, in a modern television, that's awesome. And for you guys that, you don't care about the 2600, that's fine. But believe me, there's a lot of collectors for the 2600 and a lot of people that would really like to see a system like this. And maybe this could encourage people, this could encourage people to start collecting for the 2600. And for those who are going to bring out the argument that, well, just play on the original hardware, or just use emulation, or just use a Atari flashback. That's not the point here. The point here is very simple. Like I said it before, the point here is for you guys to be able to play your original 2600 cartridges on a modern console that outputs HDMI. That's it. Now, this system was announced last year, and I think that it was supposed to be released last year as well. But Hyperkin. But according to a post on the Atari Age, this system is definitely going to be released. And it still might get some changes along the way, but here are the things that I would really like to see on the RetroN 77. So I think that the system is going to be packed with the joystick controller, but like the RetroN 5, I would really like to use my original Atari 2600 joystick, and the paddle controllers as well. And if it is going to be compatible with the original joystick, probably it will also be compatible with a Sega Genesis controller as well. It has the same connection, so if you guys don't know about this, if you don't collect for the 2600, you can actually play your 2600 games with the Sega Genesis / Mega Drive controller. That is awesome. Another thing, and a lot of people in the community are begging for this, it must be compatible with a Harmony card. Now, I still don't have an Harmony card yet, but if the system comes out, I will definitely get one. So the Harmony card is a device that allows you guys to play ROMs on the Atari 2600. And I know that this defeats the purpose of the RetroN 77, but think about this. It allows you guys to play homebrews. And one of the coolest thing about the 2600 community is that there's a lot of content being made on it. Even nowadays, every year a bunch of new games are being developed for the 2600 by the homebrew community. But a major problem is that, the majority of those are made in low quantities. So sometimes it's difficult to grab them. And a lot of them don't have physical releases. So with the Harmony card, it would be awesome to play these on the RetroN 77. And last but not least, I would really like to see something like the 3-in-1 adapter for the RetroN 5. Now, it would probably play 2600 cartridges for now, but with an adapter like this, you could expand the library of the RetroN 77 even more. So this thing right here on the RetroN 5, it expands your library in order for you guys to play Sega cards, Game Gear, and Master System. But on the RetroN 77, it would be awesome to see maybe some compatibilities with 5200, 7800, even Atari 8-bit. If I could play these right here, if I could play my Atari XE games on the RetroN 77, I'm sold. And last but not least, the price must be right. I think they're appointed around $80, I think, but it just can't be more expensive than that, because Atari is cheap to collect for. For 80 bucks, you can easily get an Atari 2600 with a bunch of games. And I know that this is a modern system, but still, the price must be right. So guys, please let me know in the comment section below if you are excited about the RetroN 77. Did you grow up with Atari? Are you like me, you discovered the Atari 2600 late and you just fell in love with the system? Or you're not a fan and you don't care about this at all? Let me know on the comment section below. And as always guys, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to put a like on this video, please subscribe to the channel and take care of yourselves, take care of the gaming community and game a lot.